been anticipating your arrival. Come on in. Join me in my Davenport. Solving the problem of so many marriages failing. I have a book here that quite easily demonstrates the problem. The first thing that I would like to discuss is who took Obey away. That's what I want to know. Who's responsible for the person or persons that took Obey away have loused up many, many marriages. I recall as a young child, not that young, maybe in my teens, watching a program on television, George Burns and Gracie Allen. And George turned to Gracie and said, "Gracie, did you take a vow to obey me?" And Gracie promptly said, "Yes." Well, where's obeying the vows today? It would seem to me that there's a book right here that tells young Christian women that they must obey their husbands. But nobody's going to take that vow today. And I dare think, that if young ladies had to think for one moment that they'd have to obey the idiot that they're going to marry, they would think twice, maybe 3 times before they did it. It seems that this is not something where men are better than women, and that's why women need to obey their husbands. It's pleasing to God. So says the Bible, the Holy Bible, containing the words of God, given to the apostles and Jesus himself. Wives must obey their husbands to please God, not to please their husbands, although it would please their husbands. This would solve a problem of, like, say you're going to vote. One wants the Democrat, one wants the Republican. You can't make up your mind. Well, if you each vote one Democrat, one Republican, you wipe each other's vote out. So you should vote for one person. And who should it be if you can't come to a compromise? And if the husband won't give in to the wife must give in to the husband. Yes, sorry girls, that's pleasing to God. Now, on the other hand, let's say, for instance, the husband's an ungodly, progressive liberal, and he wants her to vote for some ungodly man. Well, then, of course, the woman is free not to obey her husband because he's not in the Lord anyway. And why would she follow after him that way? By being obedient, so you can both be displeasing to God? I hope not. No, the wife has some liberty if she's in the Lord. And of course, if the husband's in the Lord, you know what I mean by in the Lord? No, you don't know what I mean by in the Lord. Yes, love, honor, and obey. That's the way it should be now. I don't know who took it away. I suppose these liberal, ungodly, progressive pastors and priests allowed that to be taken out. That's terrible. They ruined marriages. Like I said before, if a woman thought she had to obey this man she was going to marry, she would think well before she married him. Another subject I'd like to talk about a little bit. The idea of gay marriage, homosexuality in general. Is homosexuality normal? Is adultery normal? It seems to be the norm today. So maybe if homosexual is going to be called normal, maybe pedophile, man, boy, anything goes. Clearly in the Bible, those are all sins, and the end of is death. Not just the first death, but the second death. God forbid. And if you agree with that, not me, but if you agree with them, you're equally as guilty, just like if you're pro-choice. That is as guilty as the person getting the abortion. You can't be pro-choice and love life. That's death. Well, folks, that's it. It's getting dark out there. Don't want you to be traveling in the dark. Bad things happen when it's dark. Get the light here for you. Thanks for coming by. I invite you to come by next week. And take it easy.